Y'all ready for this?
Let's see.
Ding, ding.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the I Can Explain That podcast. On this episode, it's going to be special. We're not going through phones.
Nope.
We're not deep diving topics. What we're having is a debate.
That's why I got my glasses.
Because, okay, well, now you
Just in
lose.
case. Also, I need my glasses.
Today, we got the usual suspect, Chris Bazemore, Ball Spot Poppy.
Dickie Smalls is also
Fuck
what
it,
they call me.
versus the kid from Atlanta,
What's up?
Drexton Clemons.
How you
Yuck.
doing?
And today, wow, he came out swinging.
He said yuck. He hit
like
me with the Pusha T. God damn. Right. Off the rip? Okay.
I still like them. I just
Today we debating hip hop, and it already started. That's what, literally, we came in talking T.I., and then the last thing we heard was yuck.
Yuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a reason why this New York Yankee hat is here.
Do you think Pusha T needs producers for his for a backdrop? Because verses alone, is he good without a producer? Or does he need a producer like Pharrell or Ye to really set the song off?
I think he does need a producer.
Okay.
I think he has innate great talent, but I think he needs a producer that understands what it is that he does. Because he's like unorthodox. Like he's not just like this average drug rapping dude. Like think about it, numbers on the board. Think about how that beat sound and all that stuff. Like he needs something where you can kind of flow nostalgia. That song.
Yeah.
Great.
Because if not, it's just a grocery list.
Yeah.
Every rap
he is
he's
very
doing is just
monotone.
like everything. Here's everything I did.
He is right. I sold 34 and I got it all back. And
Yeah.
I hit your girl in the thing. Now she want it back. He is like that. Kinda.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah. He needs a producer. He needs a backdrop. Okay, we came out agreeing.
There you go.
See,
All right. See, we
I
amicable
wanted
again.
an easy something to throw across
Yeah.
the floor. So who do you think doesn't need a producer?
Kanye.
Kanye? I mean, Kanye's his own producer.
Yeah. He needs to produce better hits.
Whoa! First of all, no, wait.
I'm talking about recent. I was just listening to College Dropout, and you know what song got me?
What?
And this is why he's not going to get a lot of hate on this episode from me.
Okay.
Just because family matters. Family business.
I was like, Family Matters.
Family Matters.
I remember that one.
What up, boy? No, that's... we'll have-
He remixed it. You gotta hear it. It's crazy. Carl Winslow is doing the bass line. It's crazy.
Steve.
But
I would say who doesn't need a producer?
I gotta disagree with you on the Ye production, though.
Nah, I mean
If he overproduced a choir, like, he make a choir go, like he made you go, you know what, I'm gonna go to work to this choir today. Like that's.
but his choir music is. I hate to say it's not good, but I don't think Jesus is proud. That's what I'm saying.
First of all, Jesus needed a choir version of Weak. Jesus, if
I'm gonna be honest.
what if the devil needed Lil Nas X, Jesus needed a choir version of Weak. That's all I'm saying.
If he was making Negro spirituals and we was all in slavery time, I would never been free because I would never sung those songs. I would have never wade in the water because his songs are not hitting anymore.
I will sing whatever to get free. I don't know what you. I want to leave.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know how you can not.
Ultimately,
I'll kill
Right.
a guy.
I don't know how you
can
cannot call spaceships a Negro spiritual.
Oh, I love spaceships.
You know what's crazy? And he knows this. Every time I'm about to quit a job, start playing spaceships. That's when you know I'm at my end. When you hear me start playing spaceships, you got that.
If my manager insults me again,
I'm really assaulted. That's like
You
off
gotta
the rip.
ask me what happened.
If I got fired from a job, it's spaceships.
Yeah,
If I quit
anything.
the job, it was Gone. Because Gone,
Gone is fire.
My favorite thing about Gone is that Kanye had a verse for it, got everybody else to do a verse for it, realized that he had the weakest verse on it, came back, did another verse.
Well, I think when you send your shit, like all those posse cuts back in the days, like the John Blazes, the what's the Noriega one? Too Hot for TV.
Yeah.
No, Banned for TV or whatever. I'm pardon me, my
Banned from TV.
Banned from TV. And all those, you don't even know what those are. All those
Nope.
posse cuts back in the day, they would send out their verse with their hardest shit and go top that. And I respect that more than going, because, yeah, I can look. Think about I think LL Cool J did some bitch shit on 4, 3, 2, 1 when Cannabis was like, I snatched the
Might
shit
touch
off.
off your arm.
Yeah, he went back and was like, oh, will you now, really?
Yeah.
I was like, nah, just come up with another song coming at him.
Yeah.
Call it 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't give a shit. Like, but You was like, oh, no, and I'm gonna go before you to negate that. So now it just seems stupid. It just seems pointless because I'm gonna put my verse before yours. That's dickhead shit. Yeah. I think in the spirit of hip hop and the competition of hip hop, you got to be able to do. You should be able to rock out. So I don't respect. If you can't
hold
that.
your own on the lineup, then
and I don't
be
think
on the lineup.
Kanye West as a rapper doesn't. He gets writers. He doesn't go down in history.
No, yeah, I mean Kanye
as a writer. I mean, as an artist,
history,
as an artist,
as
a
writer.
Sure.
No, but here's the thing: he was a producer who wanted to be a rapper, and so the thing about it is Jay-Z needed producers. Kanye just needed writers.
Well,
and Kanye never strayed away from being like, "Oh, I got writers," but he wrote Nicki Minaj's Monsterverse.
Well, that's what the rumor is. I don't like the fact that you said Jay-Z needed rappers. I mean,
Jay-Z needed producers. Yes,
he had Swiss Beats at the time. Timbaland was also working with him. I think Pharrell.
And then Kanye.
No, Pharrell was not working with him at the time. And just Blaze.
If he wasn't working with the Voltron of producers, he had every good producer. If he wasn't working with them, who would he be? Honestly, you know what I say about Jay-Z?
I'm not gonna say his catalog.
Beyonce was the best thing that happened to this man. He released an Africa album today, right? Because he decided to do something on his own. This man woke up and was like, I'm just gonna add all these artists from Africa and make an album. That's because he was like,
he really did that.
Yeah, go on Twitter right now. Go on Twitter right now.
Because I support.
He just dropped an album with every like Afro artist.
Interesting. Name some of them.
I can't.
Me neither. I got nothing. I was like, was it Akon?
Was it a Wimbo?
I got nothing.
Was it?
Damn it!
This is how I get canceled.
I don't see it, so it don't count. It's not on title. It doesn't count.
Go on Twitter right now.
It's called Ascensions.
Boom.
Fueled by April Fuel. Okay, hold on. It may not be real.
Yeah, it's a prank. Get the fuck out of here.
I hope it's a prank.
Get out. My hat started slanting. I don't know.
Wait. Nice just say. No be April Fool. Jay-Z the future. Olamide and Femi Kuti in new album.
What?
So it looks like it could be real.
It could be. It looks like it's a real album.
I don't see it on title. It doesn't count. Now, what was the question you wanted?
We're gonna start off the debate after. Jay-Z trends on Twitter after fake Ascension tracklist surfaces.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Whew. So I was about to say, I was like, this is what happens when you let a man do something on his own. Because what happened
left our own devices.
I got
right. Because here's the thing. Look, I
almost started crying.
I'm not a huge Beyonce fan, but without Beyonce, he would be living in a 2-story house in Connecticut, living modestly check to check.
You realize he makes way more money than her.
Yeah.
Way more?
He's a billionaire. She's half a billy.
Is Jay a billionaire?
Is she signed to his label?
No. How do you sign
your
Beyonce?
wife?
Hey,
he is worth $1.4 billion.
Okay.
And
how much is she worth? I mean, that's
Kanye's
recent.
worth
That's recent.
6.8.
6.6. And Kim's gonna take.
That's recent. All of it.
All right. So first question up for debate, a listicle, if you will.
Okay.
Both of you, please. Name your top 5 dead or alive.
If you look at the, because I have
Make it showing me notes.
I have it written.
Wow, yeah, you came prepared. Okay.
Well.
Oh wow, you got the questions ahead of time and you have answers. That's great.
Oh,
that's great.
No. Because if you look at this, it says what? January 14th. Was that 2016? So did I always know that I would be here now?
How long you had this phone, bro?
No, it's just.
I said top 5. That's like 11 niggas.
Right.
But I got to pick from them.
Okay.
To divvy up.
I don't know.
Dylon.
Well, I think you know where I stand with Jadakiss. I mean, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, yeah.
I was just looking at the name Jadakiss.
Okay.
So,
like just glancing at it, or like actually trying to add it to the list.
Jadakiss.
Or he's just like,
just
oh,
for
Jadakiss,
references.
he did things.
He's nice. Top 5 dead or alive. I mean, he does say it.
I mean, his career died like years ago. So like, yeah, I guess he's on the dead list.
Been a minute. No, he makes smoothies, just so we're clear. Like his rap career is over.
That's what I'm saying.
Him and Styles P own a smoothie bar.
It's not. First of all, Juices for Life support them.
Right.
Had my first ginger shot or whatever nasty ass shot.
If Jadakiss was working at a food town, I wouldn't be surprised. Just to make ends meet.
Debit or credit.
You both realize that he would shoot the shit out of you, right? And even more so if the nigga did work. Because if I worked at
You work at a food town, he's like, these
have
motherfuckers don't
nothing-
think I'm gangster.
and I'm going to spit in your bag. Fuck you. I got Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie.
Okay.
For me, DMX.
Okay.
That fifth spot.
Only
can go
because of
to
the story of him beating Jay-Z in a rap battle.
No, but he did. That's true.
So you got 4 so far. You got one left
You got
open.
one more.
That goes to anyone. Because if you see my list, I got Scarface on it, and Scarface did something for me.
Okay.
Fucking Eminem is on it because lyrically, the way he puts words together and
Until he grew a beard, and I don't know.
yeah, after the beard.
After
is
the
dumb.
beard, he was
I also have Beanie Siegel on my list.
Okay. I can see that.
I'm very New York centric. If you see this list, T.I. is also on this list.
Yep.
T.I. needs more credit.
It is very New York.
He is very much top 10 to me, though.
T.I. needs more credit than what we gave him.
No, 100%. J. Cole's on my list. Jada, Chic, and Styles.
See,
P.
here we go.
Separate.
You didn't name 5. I need you to.
I
bring
don't
that
know
list
who
down
can
to
Right, you
five.
got
go.
a 5th spot open.
You got.
I don't know. I would put J. Cole because, and this is why I would put him as top 5 because of what he did for me and the time. I didn't grow up during Biggie's run. Everything is secondhand.
Okay.
So growing up, 2000, when was J. Cole came out? Like 2008.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in high school. So that was, my theme music for that time. Mm-hmm. So I would actually, if I'm be honest with you, I would put J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Both.
No,
at fifth.
no, pick one.
Because they both do something for me.
Pick one.
J. Cole meant more to me, but Kendrick is just...
You
Not
still
an
didn't pick
answer.
one. That's not an answer.
I would say J. Cole.
J.
I'll
Cole.
pick
Now,
J.
what about why the other 4?
So
Just 'cause they're from New York? You don't know any better?
Well, New York is New York. Jay-Z is the best of all time. I don't think there's any arguments. Numbers speak for himself as well.
Jay-Z's producers are the best of all time. Yes, I agree.
He still has to write them, the things. He's not one of those like Pusha T, as we started. He's not one of those like Pusha T that needs people.
Okay.
I don't think.
Because I just thought
I
444
think
was a TED
he
Talk.
has. Well, I mean,
I tried listening to
I
444 2 weeks ago.
I listened to it. I tried to listen to it again on the way here, and I was like, "This is a
Yeah,
TED Talk."
I got bored.
What you want to do is you want to buy art, man, and then you just want to put the art on the wall.
Why
Don't
sound like
touch
he
it.
crying when he does it? I don't like that you make him cry. Beyonce, don't go.
We was in the elevator. Now we in the elevators. You know,
That's
it's
fire
so
line
much.
to me. Good line, Jay-Z. First of all, one of my Jay-Z is just that. Biggie, it's just his storytelling ability, his ability to encapsulate you in a story.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas bleed. I got a story to tell. So many more. But like those are even Warning.
Mm-hmm.
All these stories, how you put those together. That's why I would even argue that we need to put more respect on Big L's name because his storytelling ability was great.
Okay.
Now, Nas, sometimes I like my Hotep rappers.
Hey.
But Nas also storyteller and creative. He came out with a song back, I think this might have been on Stillmatic called Rewind, where he told a story in reverse. The bullet goes back in the gun, his chest closed. Now we back to square one. I'm like, how the fuck does one do such a thing? She spit the nut back in my dick. Then split. I'm like, God damn, you're explicit.
So basically, he rapped the plot of Tenet. That's dope. That's what's up.
But before Tenet. So,
That's right.
so he's a GOAT. DMX, just that raw passion that you get, especially in his earlier shit when he was praying. Like, I think DMX might be low-key a passed on the low. So, yeah, and then J. Cole, as I explained. So that's my top 5.
Top 5. Okay.
Top 5.
Yours is
top
going to
5.
be Kanye West.
Nope.
Kanye
I'm
West.
gonna start-
Kanye West.
First of all, no.
Andre 3000.
No. Q-Tip.
Oh, my gosh. I think I fell in love.
Q-Tip
It's
is
like to point out Q-Tip is not on your list. So
Q-Tip's
that's
not even on your list.
impressive.
Q-Tip
No,
is an
no.
undeniable MC. His verses are perfect, and he just makes it look cool. He just like
He raps in a very cool fashion. I would agree.
He's not the guy who's gonna stand in the middle of the party and yell at everybody like, "Oh my God, there's a party happening." He's gonna be in the corner And then you're gonna be like, "Yo, Q, what's going on?" He's like, "Hey, man, I'm just like that." I love that energy,
You
and the
on
fact that
point,
like
Tit?
no matter what song he gets on, no matter what beat is behind him, he just owns it and takes control of it. I gotta give it to him.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
continue.
Number one.
Q-Tip is number one.
That's a great number one, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I like that.
So then I gotta follow that up with Luda.
Yuck.
Here's why I gotta say Luda.
Luda.
I gotta say
You love Luda.
Dude, that's my
Yeah.
guy. That's my number one.
Luda had bangers.
For shit, sure.
Like he had something for
I'm
every
gonna stop saying it.
right. He had bangers for every vibe that you like from 1999 to I think 2004. Untouchable.
Yeah.
And then he did Runaway Love, and we don't talk about that era. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? But even then, that album, How Low?
How low can you
Battle
go?
of the Sexes? That
Yeah,
whole
that's
album.
good.
He had a whole song dedicated to Tiger Woods' sexual allegations. That shit was
Only he could do that.
the entire beat was just the dial tone of a song. Come on,
that was great.
right?
that was
so
great.
I got to give Luda some
Luda's
credit
pretty-
on that. Andre 3000.
I knew it was coming.
Hey, look.
You're from Atlanta. Of
Hey,
course it
from
was
Atlanta,
coming.
I got to rep.
course it was
I got to rep Andre.
The
3000.
whole Dungeon
At least I
family
didn't
is
say
up
DG Yola. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a deep cut. I
that's
don't
the
know.
thing. Here's the thing. When I went down to Atlanta last week, they played Ankle Let Up at a club we were at, and they just cut off the song and we just rapped the entire. Like, that's how Atlanta that song is. So yeah, so Andre 3000, undeniable. I mean, honestly, one of the best MCs to do it. And again, you put him on any song, even after Outkast kind of broke up. You put him on any song. That was the feature of the song. The only song that Andre 3000 was on that he didn't set the tone for the song was International Players Anthem. The entire
Honestly, I think he did.
No,
I
didn't.
loved his intro.
Here's
in
why.
that.
He walked in. He was like,
The
"I'm getting
pimp
married.
killed.
I love this girl. It's
Right.
gonna be
Because
me
the
and her."
beat.
And then everybody else was like, "I'm a pimp.
Yeah.
Fuck these hoes.
I will say it's because of the beat. The beat doesn't drop until
After
his
his
intro.
verse. And once
Pimp C
Pimp C
nasty,
comes in,
yeah.
Yep.
so it's undeniable. Side note, that's one of the greatest beats of all time, bar none.
I'm
there's
playing
no
it at my
argument.
wedding. That's It has to happen.
And I'm gonna have like bitches mouthing like, and if that bitch cut you, break your heart.
Wipe our ass out of some
little
detergent.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
And the reason why I say
What's the
Busta Rhymes
scenario?
is specifically
That was my first time hearing it.
Specifically, the Arsenio Hall performance where he was with his crew. And no, he was with everybody else. I think they were doing Scenario, and they had a posse cut of Scenario, and Busta Rhymes said, "Hold my beer. I'm murdering everybody on this shit." He had on the
That's
cat,
the best verse on
He had
it,
the
by
Cat
the
in the
way.
hat on, and he was just also Touch It.
Touch It was the shit.
Bring it,
Touch-
babe, watch it.
People
turn
forget
it,
about some of them, like Break Your Neck, fucking Pass the Cavassier.
Pass the Cavassier.
That
Break
joint he
Your
did with
Neck.
Janet Jackson.
Yep,
Oh my god.
What's it gonna be? Amazing.
exactly. Put your hands where my eyes can see.
Yep.
First of all, video, like his aesthetic back in the day,
Yeah.
bar none, one of the best. This is back when videos meant something.
Yep.
He is a fucking visionary.
Yeah,
And for that, I think he should be,
he's up there. And we're talking
Yeah.
top 5 artists or top 5 rappers.
Are we going rappers? Because I went rappers. People
Okay,
whose
we're gonna go
words
rappers.
meant things.
Rappers.
If we're gonna go rappers, then my fifth man's got to be Kendrick.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
Not mad.
because Kanye is a great artist. He's not the best rapper.
Well, he's not. He doesn't write his own stuff, and I
But
think
also-
that has to be accounted for. If you
It's
don't,
an asterisk. It definitely is. But also every verse in Gorgeous.
I mean,
Choke a South Park writer with a fish dick. Yo, come on now.
Beautiful.
first of all, just how he's also a visionary in how he puts a song together, because he sees it's like an oil paint. Like he sees it, and like he just starts stroking things, and he's like, I just need a tiny bit of yellow, and that's just like a snare that comes for one part of the song. Like for me, I was just listening to his remix to I Don't Like That Posse cut of that.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a part when they have those ad libs that goes in, and he's hey and shit like that, and then there's it's some other ones. I forget them exactly.
I was in too deep like Mackay 5. Hey.
Those only were around for that, and it fit, and it was perfect, and it made so much sense. And I know that was a thing that he brought to the table.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think I need this for me.
He's like, let's fill this pocket. There's
And
a pocket.
so for him to be able to even think like that, Because I'm pretty sure he didn't write that down. It was like, all right, I'm going to put this later.
Right, but that's the thing.
Because he didn't write it.
But I think every rapper that I put on the list knows how to look at the landscape that they have and go, where do I fit into this? And how do I make this work?
For sure.
Kanye is that. But again, he's just not the strongest rapper. I can't put him in the top 5 as rappers. But to look at, here's the entire picture, and here's what's going to set that picture off. That's to me a better rapper than somebody who's like, oh, I'm just really good at freestyling.
Yeah, but yeah, I like your.
I mean, as a verdict, listening and observing, I feel like your top 5 besides J. Cole was just like different flavor of New York.
Was it?
It was like a Neapolitan ice cream mix, just different flavor of New York guy. Where his very diverse came up with it on the spot.
On the spot. I didn't have a list.
Like, he didn't have a 2016 list.
I didn't have a 2016 list.
Also, I could have just thought of it too.
But you had to go to your phone.
I went to my list.
You went to your phone.
I had to see and remember.
And who on my list was on your in your phone? Not a one.
Kendrick. Busta is on my list.
But open it up.
Yeah, pull up the list. Pull it right up.
Show us.
Yeah, show us.
I remember seeing Busta on the list.
Hey, let's go through your phone.
This is the shtick.
What's the next one?
The next one, the chicken shit. Next one on the list is best bar of all time.
That's too massive.
That's a lot.
Massive.
It depends on the day. For
Your
me.
number one.
That's so
of all time.
There's so many bars.
There's so many good bars.
Like that's
No, not good. I want one that is your best, your GOAT, your Michael Jordan, your Jerry Rice.
I got you know what? I got a better one because I got a better. Okay. What's the best bar you ever wrote? Because I know you wanted to be a rapper one time. And I'll give you the best one I ever wrote.
Man, you go first. I got to think of this. Hold on.
Right, so I was 12.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's gonna be bad.
I was 14, so that's why I'm like.
So I wrote this just to give you a little backstory. I wrote this to a song for Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. It's Murder is the name of the song, and it's very dark and like, and it was like Jay-Z said a lyric in the song that inspired my whole thought process, which was Lee U Kennedy style with your memory out. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh, like, it gave me shivers and shit. So even as a 12-year-old, I was like, ooh, shit. So that's where I was coming from, where I wrote this. All right, you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
I'm bagging these bitches. I'm getting these hope now. I can't believe I'm saying this. This was never supposed to come out. But all right. I'm lyrically, diabolically killing niggas so viciously, hitting niggas profusely, carrying out plans so vividly. Me and my niggas sit back, watch others chit chat. We let them guns click clack. I'm what you fear. Murders in the I did put in the breathing. That was written. Murders in the air. I'ma kill you and disappear. I make you see the light when I'm around. Need an ambulance on site. I'ma hit you with all my might and put an end to the fight. But if I choose to hit you with a slug, be the end of your night. All right. Now you know I'm mentally deranged, and it's the same with that 50 cal do to your brain.
Wow. See, I didn't
violent.
I grew up around white people. So none of that is gonna be.
Used to be like my inspiration was a Nirvana song,
right?
And I was just feeling a certain way.
I listened to headlines and I was like, maybe I could rap over this. You know what I'm saying? Childish Gambino was a big one for
also,
me.
I grew up with the closest relative to me in age is 14 years apart, and he put me on to like Biggie. Like one of the first songs he let me hear was like. Wasn't even a song. It was a 7-minute freestyle between Big L and Jay-Z going back and forth. I remember when I was saying like Nelly's my favorite artist because, you know, Nelly was the shit.
You're a kid. Yeah. Country Grammar came out. You were 6. Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, this is amazing. And he was like,
and then you heard Murphy Lee. And you were like.
And then he was like, listen to.
You hear Midwest swang and you're like, oh, Nelly's not even the best one in the group.
Nah. Exactly. Then I'm like, he was like, here's this guy named Big Pun. Dead in the middle with Little Italy. I'm like. Okay, this is a different thing.
Yeah.
So, also, in my defense of why that was so violent, I came from that.
Sure.
So, it's not like I was just like, I never, at that time, shot a gun.
He was 12.
I was 12. I did not do any of the things I was doing. I was forced like a motherfucker.
Look, this verse is about to be trash. Here's what happened.
You get to rate the verses.
Okay, yeah, no, I got it.
So here's the thing. There used to a good friend of mine growing up. He actually just passed. His name was AJ Glenn.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. He it's crazy. He had
He's trying to win on sympathy votes.
Yeah. Anyway, passed away. Anyway, what we used to do in the cafeteria was we would freestyle, quote unquote, right? Which is, it was already pre-written.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
Right. But you wanted to be like, cool. And this was like the first time kind of breaking out of the shell. But what he didn't tell me until like he pulled me aside one day was he was like, hey man, go listen to the Cool Kids. So I went to go listen to the Cool Kids, and he was just spitting their verses.
Like the Mikey Rocks Cool Kids?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mikey Rocks, Chuck English.
Yeah.
So he was like, yo, if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. I said, if you got you $2, then come through to my party, but give in before you come, because for that liquor, I'll be like, just rapping like that. So I was like, oh, this man knows where he's. So I'm sitting at home writing verses to come back to school and rap against them, and he's just like pulling up verse 2.
Yeah.
Of the Cool Kids. And so and he was like, the thing about freestyling is you got to make it seem like you're coming off the top, every time.
Yeah.
So I used to start it off being like, yo, coming off the top of the head, I'm making my bread, I got your girl up in my bed giving head, I feel too good to be great, I got some food on my plate, just got checked for scoliosis, turns out I'm straight. And I was like, yo, this shit. So like, and that was how I'd start off, and they'd be like, "Oh, this nigga's killing," because it was white people. So they're like, "This nigga's killing," and that was it. That was the whole thing that I would do, and then I would just go into whatever I felt like going into after that. But yeah, and then he would just rap the Cool Kids.
Oh, he's a cheater.
He's cheating.
Cheating. I remember once I rapped a Big L verse because I blanked out, and then back in the day, battle rapping was like, you rap some shit, I rap some shit. It wasn't like this going at each other. Like what battle rap is today is like specific, like, Chris, I hate your hairline and this and that.
Yeah.
No, it was more like who has the better verses, and we're going to go until we can't go anymore.
Yeah.
And I had blanked out on like verse 2. I wasn't the greatest. and then a Big L verse came in my mind, which made me win. Everyone walked away, and I just felt so dirty.
Yeah.
Because the verse doesn't even sound like a child would make it.
You know what I used to do? You ever been to the New Eurekan?
Of course.
Yeah, I used to, so to get to perform for the open mic of the New Eurekan, you got to get there like god awful early, like 4 p.m, just for a 9 o'clock mic. Wait in this line so you can be the first 25. You got to make sure people see you waiting in the line, because if you leave the line, you come back, they're gonna be like, you were
you're done.
The whole thing, honor system, hold on yards. While people were waiting in line for 5 freaking hours, people would battle rap each other, right? And New Eurekan rappers, some of them really great. I'm not gonna take that away from y'all.
Let's be honest.
Some of them, like you ever wish like people ran on comedy rules where you could be like, yo, you bombed, like like were they going for the high five and people were like,
No.
Right. Don't touch me.
The lunch table was very honest.
Right. So what I would do is I would stand in line and they would like battle rap each other, and I would hop in and just roast them. And like the thing about it is they're so friendly to each other, they can't handle that.
Yeah, because fucking poets.
Right,
Yeah.
they're poets. So they're sitting there like, and then you and your hat and the better that. And I was like, first of all, like, you in Mosimo jeans, and I can't fuck with you in these Mosimo. I was just roasting the hell out of these people, and they're like, you're in a cardigan. I was like, I know who I am.
You're confused.
I was like, I know who I am as a person. You can't roast anything about me because I've already roasted it myself. You, sir, decided to come in here rapping, and you in fucking loafers. What is that?
That's so, bro. The first battle rap I remember. So at some point, I don't know if the streets is gonna give me this credit, but I was one of the best rappers at my age at that time. Like I would say, like 6th grade, 7th grade.
The only rapper in your age.
In my class.
No.
It was like
how easy it is to be the best rapper in 6th grade. You just gotta stay awake during nap time. That's the easiest.
6th grade. Kind of
all
slow
those going on in Georgia.
Kind of slow class was in.
6th grade.
This is why we think they
we
still
just learned long
naps.
division.
Right.
Take your naps. Everyone
Right.
needs to recool.
6th grade, you are 4 years into just figuring out how to pee on your own.
Exactly.
You are not.
But my point
Who's
is,
writing
don't take away.
verses?
Don't take away. I mean, I'm not saying that my verses was great.
I
I'm
just
saying,
figured out my dick for the first time.
just look down and guess what? My dick grew. But I was one of the ones they would call. Like if we was in there and someone was bombing, they'd be like, yo, get Chris type shit. And I would come through, do my 1-2. But it wasn't until this new kid came in. Shout out to Julio. He's now serving life for murder. And I should have known because this is going to make sense. I shouldn't have said his real name. I didn't say his last name.
Wait, quick question. Did he kill his verse?
That's a bomb.
Okay. Good sir. Good sir.
Good job.
All right.
So he had found out that I was good. And he was in the other. It was only 2 classes. I went to a small school. So it was only 2 like 6th grade classes. He was in the other class. He had just came to the school.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, we all lived in the same place. So we all kind of knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the bathroom. Got a hall pass. This is how far back this goes.
Okay.
I'm taking a piss. He walks up to me and goes, "Heard you could rap." At that point, we should have known he might murder. He didn't give a shit. And it wasn't like on some like not even on like some homoerotic. Like it wasn't like sexual at all. It was fully like, "I heard you could rap. Let's rap right now." And he came with his cousin, which was biased. I still want a rematch. Because
so your dick was out in the bathroom and you had
my
to
dick
rap?
was out,
Okay.
and he fully and he started
like
rapping.
don't shy away from that part of the story. Your dick is out and this
And he
man's
fully
like,
started rapping, and he was like, "Now you go." And then I started to go, but my I didn't think this was gonna happen. My dick's still out. I just started peeing, like, and it was one of those pees that like you want to end type shit. I remember it. I'm like, I want to stop so I can focus, but I can't. And then I started, and then he was like, "You trash." And then his brother was like, "Yeah, I'm voting for him." His cousin was like, "I'm voting for him." And I was like, "That's not fair." And I never got a rematch. And then he was like,
because he went to jail.
Well,
I wanted that rematch, but he's in jail for murder.
I'm gonna tell you what the next thing. So later that day, we had pizza. It was pizza day, and you know how big pizza day is.
Huge.
This so happened to be the day that we got the pepperoni pizza.
Why with the cubes of pepperoni?
No, we didn't even get the cubes. We had the actual.
Oh
y'all
shit!
fancy.
Oh,
we got cubes.
yeah.
Here's where it gets
I was
worse.
like, this is ham.
It's not even the same color.
Right? They're like, it's pepperoni. I was like, that's clearly.
Here's where it gets worse. This nigga went and said, "Because I beat you in the battle, I get your pepperonis," and then took them off. He didn't even let me hand it to him.
So
that pizza was done.
So you prepared.
So you
for
was
jail.
holding his pockets.
Basically, you were prepared for jail. He was prepared for jail way before.
Yeah.
Very much. Like, you know, when you're growing up with some people,
He's ironing
and then
out grilled
like,
cheeses at home.
Like the skillet works, Julio. What are you
He's like,
doing?
"Nah, bro,
But
we
you
gotta
know,
do
like,
this
It
right."
tastes better this way.
you know, like when you find out about your people you went to school with later, and you're like, and you find out about their past or what they did, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense. That was one where it was like, you know, he went to jail for murder. I was like, because one day I saw him, and then the next day I didn't. And I was like, "Yo, what happened to Julio?" And it was like, "Oh, he stabbed a guy." All right, so what we playing ball today?
Right.
Can we go back to the stabbing a guy thing?
I had a friend call me on Facebook from jail.
What?
And when I tell you, there was this white kid that was weird in high school. Weird.
He's
and then
a school
he called
shooter.
and he was like, "Yo, man, I can't talk long, but can you cash app me?" I was like, "They got cash app in jail?" They got cash app in jail. He's like, "Yo, can you just cash app me 10? Just hey, I'm not supposed. Hey, hold on." Hung up the phone. Never heard from him again. Wow. Never heard. I was like, I couldn't. I want him to get out of jail so I can be like, "Look, man, you never told me where the cash app was."
To be fair, it's your fault.
Right. I would have sent you the cash app.
It was only $10, man.
Right.
It wasn't.
You never told me what it was.
He might have got raped that night. That seemed
Maybe.
pressing.
All right, gentlemen.
Who won that first?
Oh, I'll
Oh,
give
yeah,
you.
of
I'm
course, you won that
leaning
one.
on you. You
So
got
it's
that
1-1.
So 1-1. So we're gonna end this because we're running low on time. I'm gonna give you two the option to pick the final topic.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the winner is the winner.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can either do which region makes the best beats, or you can list your top 3 lyricists.
I'll do the region that makes best beats.
I do region as well.
And
All right. Well, the floor is yours, Mr.
Virginia
Clemons.
Beach.
Virginia Beach. Oh, well, I
Done.
mean, you got
Who
two.
You got Timbaland and
goats.
Pharrell.
Who in
Yeah,
there?
Timbaland and
Pharrell and then Missy by a proxy, and
Yeah.
and then you've also got all the people in the DMV. So like whoever's making Gold Links beats and Wallet. I mean not Wallet,
Yeah.
but like you know,
Yeah.
Wallet got some
Wallet
good beats.
got some good beats, but man, you know.
All right.
Atlanta has the most consistent beats, and
I would say that for sure.
Because that's what I thought when I originally thought of it. I
There's
thought it would be
no
Atlanta.
arguments, but
transcending though.
transcending beats,
Atlanta has the most.
Right.
you might. I don't know.
But they work for like
if you
pockets
go in
of time.
transcending,
Like Lil
it's-
Jon was the shit for
Right,
like 4
exactly.
years.
You can
You
hear
may
it
have
and go,
heard his
"This was
name in a long
2004."
time. Right.
It's only,
Yeah.
it's only one person that makes me go, you may have to give it to. It's two people that make me go Midwest could have it.
If you
got
say Tech Nine,
You got Kanye as producer.
he was born in Atlanta.
Okay, whatever. You want
just
to
saying.
count him.
And then,
Doesn't claim it.
and then
like-
Young Metro.
I hope he trusts me.
Yeah, otherwise Future's gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Right, or else Julio, you know.
And Jay Dilla.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, Jay Dilla is undeniable. But here's the thing, Jay
So
Dilla,
it's like
Jay
that
Dilla made
Midwest.
Jay Dilla made niche beats though. Jay Dilla was an era. Jay Dilla was a time. Jay Dilla made dope beats. But if you're looking at the pantheon of like who did it, Pharrell at one point in time, 60% of the songs you were hearing on the radio were produced by the Neptunes. Where like Jay Dilla produced 4 group songs.
Sure. I certainly understand what you're saying. You're not.
He
wrong.
produced the Jungle. I mean, like, you know, the what's it called? Is it Jungle?
No.
Native Tongues.
Native Tongues.
He produced a lot for the Native Tongues, and that was an era. But Pharrell to this day, I mean, he had a whole era where 60% of the song. You heard Britney Spears, that was Pharrell. You heard Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake's first solo album was produced by Pharrell, and everything was a banger. Cry Me a River, Like I Love You, Senorita. Senorita was the first goddamn song. When he did that break,
Señorito,
That was Pharrell. I thought that was Timbaland.
Pharrell
That was
produced
Pharrell.
it. Pharrell produced it, and
Pharrell
like when he
produced a
came
lot
out
of
with them
shit.
ramen noodle
I think
curls.
Timbaland's just a feature on one of the Cry Me a River.
Yep.
Okay.
Cry me a river.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I will say makes Timbaland what makes Timbaland and Pharrell one of the more undeniable ones is because they also changed the game and how they did
Sure.
it. You know what I mean? Like the same way you could say Kanye West changed the game with the sped up samples, right? Which was still happening beforehand, but like his take on it was just like, this whole time we could have been doing that type of shit.
and you listen to it and you go, that's a Kanye beat.
For sure.
Sure.
So with Timbaland, him doing like the voice noises, boom, boom, like he'll have weird shit like that on a beat, but it'll flow so perfect. Like
Yeah, Timbaland's the only one that's like, you know what, Aaliyah, you need a baby in the background. You know what this song needs? It needs a baby. Like,
but then Timbaland would do it. He would do it.
That's what you need.
But he would do it. Is what makes him great.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even find a baby. He'd be like going through babies. This baby's dumb. Like, he wouldn't even do that.
What was
he
the
would
audition
literally-
like?
He would literally
Hey,
be like,
bring that
"I'll
baby
do
in
it."
here. No, I don't like that one. Get that
That
one out of
baby's
it.
stupid. You're never gonna be nothing, baby. That baby's never gonna learn to read.
Just
He
baby
pushed
Justin
him-
Bieber, just like, what about this?
I did hear this story, and I wonder it'd be funny to know if he did the babies like this. Back in the day, Jay-Z and Rockefeller and all of them, they would have like beat battles. So a lot of producers would come with the MPCs or whatever, and they would show their beats. Also, this is I think how Kanye West started to migrate into it as well, and they would play their beats in front of everyone. Jay-Z, Myth Bleak, Dame Dash, like literally all of Rockefeller's there. And then if you're trash, they'll pretty much boo you to your face. And I wonder if he had like a team of people
Just booing babies.
Just boo, boo.
Suck, baby.
Then you have Missy trying to be the nice one, like the Paul Abdul. It was like, it was kind of okay. Maybe it needs work.
Right. And the baby's like, this is all I got. I got kids.
I smoke cigarettes. I'm sorry. I'm stressed out. You know how it feels to grow up with a crack mama? I got sold twice today.
That's the thing. That's why I gotta say Virginia Beach.
So I would say
because
Virginia Beach is not a bad. I'm not mad. Of
because
course,
they
my New
both
York
transcended
bias.
they transcended the game. They changed the game. Like Pharrell, the lead in. You know Pharrell beats coming in because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that beat hot.
Yeah, I mean,
every
like
single time.
you can't deny those two. So for
I mean,
me,
you got two dudes who are literally in the top 3 of
all time.
longevity producing.
of all time, and I just got.
And the third one is Ye. So like,
Right.
what are you?
I'm mad at that.
Right.
I'm not like I can't.
Because the thing about it is like Metro Boomin, he's good, but
he's
it's
still-
the same beat. Mustard, he's good, but
Fuck!
it's the same beat.
I think he sees it. He knows he was outdueled on this one.
Well, I agreed. It wasn't even an outdo. As soon as he said that, I was like, Ugh.
Right, and that's what I'm
I
saying.
didn't
You
compete.
know, your
But then I
Midwest
was
selection
like,
was not good.
I was like, Just Blaze, maybe from New York, and maybe that's what I have. niggas from Patterson, New Jersey. So
Patterson,
I can't
New
even
Jersey.
count this
Patterson, New
nigga.
Jersey.
I was also thinking DJ Premier, but I'm like, nah, DJ Premier is from Texas. Then I looked it up, and yes, the nigga's from Texas. I'm like, fuck. I think, I'm about to say something. I mean, you got cats like the Large Professors and shit who did Nas's album, like the Illmatic and shit. And you got people of that ilk and stuff, Clark Kent and shit, these older dudes. But their longevity does not compare to Timberland.
You know the only
So that's why I can't even.
The only other region
So
I
I
give
will
it
take
to.
this off.
The only other region I give it to before you take that off. Only other region I give it to is L.A. And the reason why, I say that is you got P Funk.
Come on.
So you got all the Parliament
MC8, you got-
and Dre. And Dre,
You could have just stopped with Dre.
right?
You could've started-
I'ma
you
stop-
started ended with Dre.
Right,
Yeah.
Dre. You got Doggy Style.
he's the best of
Chronic.
The Chronic.
He's the best of the simplistic beat makers, because if you really listen to his beats, it's literally 4 things happening, and at some points it's literally 4 like individual like snare, bass, hat, and a noise, right? But if you listen to Gin and Juice, it's not that many things. It's literally that. It's that main loop. It's his drums, and it's just Snoop's flow over the shit that takes it over the top. So he, to me, is the king of simplistic, but at the same time is very complicated.
Right. And then I think a lot of the producers in LA from LA are just trying to find that style, copy it. So that's why I say again,
Sure.
Virginia
I
Beach.
mean, shit. If you want to be honest, I think if we're gonna do if we're doing producers of the now, I think Soundwave deserves more credit than he gets. He produces a lot of Kendrick's beats.
Okay.
And
But again,
Alley.
that's Kendrick. It's straight Kendrick, which is
Well,
fine.
but Kendrick is also the type, like, you know how
Kendrick is the type to be like, put some bubbles in the background.
yeah, but he'll be like, I only want African bubbles. It's like, what?
Right.
I want the sound of-
every time the bubble pops, I want to hear da every single time.
Like, he's that much of a G. Like, it's like, I want the smell of. It's like, smell, nigga. It's a beat. I want the smell of shea butter on this beat.
I need. Is there any chamomile in the studio? I need chamomile.
I want you to take tea bags and clap them together. And that's gonna be my harmony.
Right.
So
Right.
he's a super genius. So for that, I would. I don't
Where's
know.
Thundercat from?
Thundercat? I believe is also L.A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain he's
Because
L.A.
that Thundercat, K
is-
Tronada, all them LA cats.
Also, Dungeon Family. I got to, just because of what they start. Come on, Goody Mob. Fuck
Goody
yeah.
Mob, get up, get out, get something.
Rosa Parks.
That was them.
Who's that creeping in my
Window?
window? Ow, nobody now.
I just want to put this out here that what I don't like about Andre 3000, but I love about Andre 3000 is that he never really sticks to the topics, but it always makes sense at the end. Like, even on Rosa Parks, or is it Elevate? I think it was Rosa Parks. If you hear Big Boy's verse, because he starts the song off, it's very specific.
Yeah.
And then he comes, I met a
The gypsy and she put
me
me to the mind game to simulate and
fuck is this
activate the left
gypsy?
and right brain.
Where's
So
this
baby boy,
gypsy
you only
coming from?
funky as your last cut.
No,
You focus on your past, your ass to be your ass. What? That's one to live by, even that's one to die to.
Woo!
Determine your own adventure, Andre. All right.
Yeah, like, the nigga had a whole fucking conversation.
Yeah.
I think the verdict is in this hip hop debate
It's
between
1-1.
Chris Bazemore and Drexton Clemons. The needle goes to Clemons.
How?
As the last prompt.
I won 2 out of the 3.
You didn't. I agree with your 2 out of 3. Like, I didn't pose. Wait, I think it's a tie because I agree.
I don't think you get to decide.
I think now you're
How
cheating.
is it a tie if you agree? If
Because
someone
you
goes,
posed the
hey,
point.
the sky is blue, and you're like,
Because
I think it's green. You're like,
If you
know
were
what?
going to
On
go
second
first,
thought,
would you have said Virginia Beach?
I would have brought them up.
you wouldn't have said it.
I wouldn't have specifically
you
said
said
Virginia
Big Boy.
Beach. This nigga like he said that.
He said a zip code.
Yeah, nigga said their address and shit.
63131.
Boom, right there.
One was on Cooper Street. The other one was like get the fuck out of here. No, I wouldn't have been that specific. But would I have put Virginia in there? Of course. Because, of course, my New York bias would have tried to take over. But as I sat back and thought about it, even our New York artists, even in my top 5, going back to that, all were produced by Virginia Beach. And they designed that sound and that style. And then how they were able to transition into pop. That's something that other producers haven't done. So, yes, I agreed. And that's why I say it's a tie with the last one. And it's 1-1. We got to do it again.
Your favorite artist right now would not be as popular as they were if it wasn't for either Kanye West or a Virginia Beach producer.
I'm not even mad at that. I can't even argue that.
Well, the only other person, Biggie.
Maybe Kendrick. Maybe Kendrick.
Maybe Kendrick, maybe Biggie, but even with Kendrick,
Maybe
some of
Kendrick.
them people were in the studio watching, listening, waiting.
I mean, maybe Kendrick. But like J. Cole is clearly influenced by Kanye. Clearly. So I can't even I would say Kendrick possibly. And
J.
Drake,
Cole wakes up and looks at a picture of Kanye every morning and it's like, thank you.
well, mostly Jay-Z, but that's because he signed him.
So what I'm hearing is that basically
Drexton.
you're Donald Trump and refuse to concede.
Thank you.
But
I don't like that.
we've spoken, and it is over.
Give some paper towels. Let me throw it out. I'm going to throw it at a Puerto Rican. I'm going to hit you right in the head with the
This is
shit.
the wettest wet we've ever seen.
Hey, quick, you want to just do this all the time?
Yeah, I think we're going to
Like
have you back.
once a month,
Yeah.
bring me in and lose another fight.
We could fight for real. I didn't like how he posed it.
I know my hip hop. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
You do know your hip hop, and I will say I respect your perspective of hip hop. I think your perspective is very unique, being that you have a different like you grew up different than me, but it doesn't make your different bad. Like your different is you still understand the fundamentals of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that. Like this motherfucker who doesn't understand shit.
Whoa! I wear
listens,
many hats.
He still listens to Murphy Lee like it's a new song.
I haven't listened to Murphy Lee.
The other day, I'm in a car with him and he goes, "Yo, I'm gonna play this new Murphy Lee." It was What the Hook Gonna Be.
Wow.
That's who he played.
He's the type.
Then
where
he did the little dance. He was,
right. He's the type where Eminem's playing and he goes, "Is this Dido?" I fucking love Dido.
I feel attacked, and I'm going to pull up my playlist. There has been no Murphy Lee played here. Not now, not ever. Last thing I played was Metallica. Okay?
All right.
Dev,
On that note,
Sticks, Klaxons.
on that note,
I wear many hats. Plug yourself, Drexton.
because I don't like.
Promote
I'm sorry. Plug yourself, the
Yeah.
winner.
All right, hey people, what's up?
tired
I'm
at the
Drex. You can follow me at this guy Drex, but I want you guys to do a very specific thing for me right now. We just started a podcast called NYC is Dead. We're trying to get a whole bunch of followers. We're trying to get as many people on this podcast as possible. So
Definitely follow.
follow NYC is Dead podcast. Comes to Central Park every Thursday and Saturday, 7 p.m. It's a live podcast recording and a comedy show. It's gonna be a good fucking time. So come through.
Oh, that's amazing.
And on that note, as the winner, I say thank you.
Wow.
Listen,
There it is, Donald Trump over here.
Going back to Mar-a-Lago.
Peace out.
Take care.